we're in a week where the House GOP has been trying to gut Medicaid. We know that their new budget bill, which did not pass even their budget committee, sees that they would have, in fact, if they do pass it, which I'm assuming they will, that the estimates are that 10.3 million people will be kicked off Medicaid. And simultaneously, in the same week, Mike Johnson can unironically and without any shame go in front of the world, the nation, and say that Congress has a right to trade stock because they don't have enough money and they're really struggling to pay. Do you have your health care paid for? Yes, they do. You got one thing that millions of Americans don't. But here he is making this case on why they would never ban stock trading for Congress people.
Well, look, the salary of Congress has been frozen since 2009. When you adjust for inflation, a member of Congress today is making 31% less than they made in that year. It goes down every year. And over time, if you stay on this trajectory, you're going to have less qualified people who are willing to make the extreme sacrifice to run for Congress. I mean,
just leave then. I love this. Wait. Okay, so well, if you adjust for inflation, $174,000 a year isn't enough. Plus all of our benefits, plus our housing and whatnot. That's not enough for us to survive. Like, what are? Okay. And by the way, they still want to give everybody a raise, which is really funny. And it's like maybe try doing something for your constituents, and then we would be like, okay, you deserve a raise. But if we're your boss, you're not cutting it. In fact, all you're doing is taking away from working people. That's the only thing that's been going on. That's the only thing you've been good at. And so here he is going like, well, if you adjust for inflation, it's not enough. I mean, set aside the amount of money that our campaign coffers are getting from all kinds of super PACs, dark money, all of the all of the corporate interests, all of the different sectors that are funneling money into all of my campaigns every couple years, right? All of the kickbacks that I receive, and it's actually not that much money. And so he's asking us to have a little bit of empathy for him.
Congress has been frozen since 2009. When you adjust for inflation, a member of Congress today is making 31% less than they made in that year. It goes down every year. And
raise the minimum wage, raise the minimum wage. What's the minimum wage? What is it? Still $7.25? Come on.
Over time, if you stay on this trajectory, you're going to have less qualified people who are willing to make the extreme sacrifice to run for Congress.
The extreme sacrifice, less how can you imagine? Can you imagine less qualified people running for Congress? Lauren Boebert? Can you imagine less qualified people running for Congress? Nancy Mace? Matt Gaetz? I guess he left. George Santos? I guess he left. Less qualified than that? You'll vote for anything. You will anoint anyone as long as you go after the trans and get a big AR-15 in your campaign video. Like, less qualified. Is this a threat? Are you threatening us with less qualified people? Because I'm almost sure we've reached the bottom. I mean, it can get worse. I mean, we can just be openly huffing glue, we can openly be eating, paint chips, not just privately eating paint chips. Don't get me wrong. But I love this as a threat. Like, you're going to get fewer qualified. Just go to the private sector. Leave. Buddy, nobody's forcing you to be here. Don't run for re-election. Give up your seat. Do you not want to be here?
It's just people just make a reasonable decision as a family on whether or not they can come and move to Washington, have a residence here, a residence at home, and do all the things that are required. So the counter argument is, and I have some sympathy, look, at least let them engage in some stock trading so that they can continue to, take care of their family.
At least let them engage in some stock trading. I mean, at least all you can do, could you just give us a little handout? At least let them engage in some insider trading upon, with the corporations and the very sectors and industries that they're ostensibly legislating around, and either foregoing regulations on or not, or at least let us buy some Palantir stock the day before the Trump administration signs a massive DHS deal with Palantir to develop surveillance for anyone that breathes in this country. At least allow us to do that. At least allow us to sell off stock when we know that we're going to be cutting the federal funding for this certain industry. Like, come on. How are we supposed to not do anything if you don't give us an economic incentive? Incredible. Absolutely incredible, the audacity of this person. What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/bitchuation room. Do it.